Mark Mulder appeared pretty sharp in the early going tonight. It wasn't until that fourth inning that he found he was going to have some troubles. The A's failed to get anything off first inning with a double and a walk by Chavez and Dye. But in the second, a walk to Crosby opened the door. Crosby stole second base, and with 2 out, Marco Scutaro worked a full count. Full count now. 3-2 pitch on the way. Scutaro lines it hard up the middle of center field. Around third, coming for the plate is Crosby. Here's the throw. It is not in time, and the A's are on the board. Scutaro taking a 3-2 pitch, lining it to center field. And the ability of Bobby Crosby to steal second base makes it possible to get the early jump in this ball game. In the A's third, Eric Burns singled and Chavez walked to start the inning against Sabathia, but with 2 out, the runners were still on out there at second and third with Bobby Kelty up for his second at bat, getting a rare start tonight at DH.
And here's the stretch by Sabathia. Now the 0-2 is hit down the right field line, right down the line. It's a fair ball rolling into the corner, and 2 runs are going to score, and Kelty pulls up at second with a double, and the A's have taken a 3-0 lead.
In the fourth, Mulder's command became a little bit shaky, and Omar Vizquel singled, stole second base, and the next 2 hitters, Lawton and Blake, worked bases on balls. 2 of the 3 walks given up tonight by Mulder. Suddenly, the bases-loaded situation, and the Indians could sense the possibility of the big inning. Last night's hitting hero from the 9th inning, Lou Merlone, stepped in.
2-1. Mulder's pitch to Merlone. Swung on, base hit left field. Vizquel will score. Lawton at third. They're going to hold him there, and the Tribe is on the board as the bases remain loaded, and it's 3-1 Athletics.
DH Travis Hafner is as much a mystery to the A's pitching staff as Kotze is to the Indian staff. Witness this at-bat with the bases clogged.
Mulder's 1-0 pitch, and it's swung on and ripped to center. Kotze back, it's over his head, and that goes to the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Merlone's around third. He will score standing up on a double to straightaway center by Travis Hafner, and just like that, the Indians have taken a 4-3 lead.
And it pumped up the crowd, and maybe Tim Laker, the light-hitting catcher, who had a terrific battle with Mulder before producing.
And here's the 3-2 pitch on the way with the infield in, a drive into center. Kotze going back, it's playable. That'll score the run. Hafner tags at third and scores, and Tim Laker, with a great at-bat against Mark Mulder, delivers a sac fly, and the Indians now have taken a 5-3 lead.
After that, Sabathia kind of straightened things out. He reduced his pitch count, shut out the A's through the fifth, but by that time he was at 97 pitches. And when the A's came up in the 6th inning, it was the bullpen that would greet them. First, it was Rick White, the one-time L.A. Dodger, and after getting 1 out, things began to crumble for the Indian right-hander. A Melhuse double, a Scutaro single put runners at the corners, and that mystery man to the Indians, Kotze up. 3-1 delivery. Swing, there's a drive to left. Lawton going back on it. It is over his head. 1 hops the wall. Melhuse on the way to the plate, and racing around to third base is Scutaro. In at second with a double is Kotze, and the A's creep to within 5-4 now here in the top of the 6th. Burns struck out. Runners were at second and third. Chavez drew an intentional walk. The bullpen call went to Matt Miller, who last night retired Jermaine Dye in a pivotal situation. He came in to face the A's right fielder, who was working to snap out of a 1-for-23. And the next pitch. Swing and a drive into right center field. That is in for a base hit. It'll score 2. The A's take the lead. Over to third goes Chavez. Now the ball runs loose through the infield with nobody to cut it off, and Dye goes down to second base. Miller left the breaking ball up that time, and Dye delivers, driving in 2. So the A's lead 6-5. Hatterberg then was walked intentionally, and the bullpen call went to a left-hander, Clint Bartosh. Now, Bartosh last night struck out Hatterberg and left the bases loaded in a critical situation. He wound up facing DeRozzo, who had been announced a pinch hit for Bobby Kelty, and it turned out this matchup would be all in favor of the A's. There's a crossfire. There's a deep drive way back into right field. Grand slam, DeRozzo. 4 more for the A's. They lead 10-5. DeRozzo left no doubt that baby was out of here with plenty to spare. And that's his second this year. He had one early in the season, May 1st at Tampa Bay. Well, how much is enough, though, when the Indians are playing at home at Jacobs Field against the A's? They got one of those runs back with 3 consecutive singles in the 6th inning with Coco Crisp driving in the run. But that was a point at which Mulder shut things down with a couple of fly ball outs. So it was a 10-6 ball game. And the A's still figured it's not a bad idea to add on. And it came with 2 out in the 8th inning against Jerome Robertson, working his 2nd inning out of the bullpen. He walked Melhuse, gave up Scudero's 3rd hit of the night, a single. And who would be up but Mark Kotsay?
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Kotsay, it's a fly ball to deep left center field. Crisp is going back. He's at the track, at the wall, climbing the wall, and it's off the wall. And 2 runs are going to score. Kotsay's rounding second. He's going to third. He'll be in there with a triple, and the A's have broken it open. It is 12-6.
Justin Dukeshire had come in to get the final out of the 7th inning and started the 8th by facing Hafner. Well, what would happen? You could guess.
Dukeshire checking with Melhuse. Now the right-hander kicks and fires. The 3-2 is hit to deep left center field. Kotsay going back. He's going to watch, and it is gone. It's the story in the season series between these 2 ball clubs of Hafner for the Indians and Kotsay for the A's. Hafner is 4 for 4 tonight, and it's 12-7 Athletics.
And the A's came up in the 9th still with Robertson on the mound. They picked up 1 run on singles by Chavez, Hatterberg, and Durazo, getting his 5th RBI of the night. And then with 2 out, Adam Melhuse, who already had an important double in the 7-run 6th inning, had 1 more contribution to make. Crosby now the runner at first. Melhuse hits one high and deep to left field on the first pitch, and that's bleacher bound and gone. Adam Melhuse adds a 3-run homer to the assault tonight in Cleveland, and that ought to be enough. 16-7 Athletics. Hitting it from the right side, his 5th home run of the year. And the A's have just pummeled Robertson here. And it was enough when Bradford came in and got 3 quick outs in the bottom of the 9th, and the A's have a chance to win the series in the wrap-up here tomorrow in a 10:05 Pacific Time first pitch. Time going out to our Cold Stone